We need a full investigation. I know, like, excuse me. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, listen. Get rid of that bullshit.
Been for 10 years. I'm sure that list is really forthcoming.
Yeah. By the way, okay, yeah.
Oh snap, guys! This is one of my favorite videos I've seen in a while. I just love Vinny Oshana from the PBD podcast. He's by far the best host on the entire PBD podcast. Obviously, my audience. I don't like to say fans. That's cringe. My audience, us, this community. We are staunch Adam Sosnick haters and Vinny Oshana supporters. And here in today's video, we get to see Vinny himself destroy the liberal woman. Am I gonna call her bitch? No, not yet. We'll see how the video goes. He destroys her in a heated debate on Piers Morgan Uncensored, and of course you see chunky yogurt there, which is awesome. Comment chunk for the algorithm. Subscribe, guys. I post 2 new videos every single day. Without further ado, I'll shut my orange mouth and let's get into it. Orange because I'm orange like Trump, by the way. MAGA, we won, guys. We won.
Let me bring in Krystal. I want to ask you this, Krystal. Kamala Harris made a big play of abortion rights. She really bet the bank on that, delivering enough women to get her over the line. And there was this weird poll, the Seltzer poll that came out of Iowa at the weekend that really excited everyone, where she had, the normally very accurate pollster, she had Kamala up 3 in Iowa, and it was apparently women over 60 that were driving that. And the general feeling then was, wow, maybe older women in particular, who might be old enough to remember life before Roe versus Wade, may come out and punish Trump enough where they win. But they simply didn't come out in anything like the numbers people expected. And you also had at the same time, obviously, a lot of black men and Latino men going to Trump and so on. But the women just did not come out for Kamala Harris. Why? And was it that abortion in the end, yes, it's an important issue, of course it is, but not as important to the average American who can't afford to put food on the table and is incensed by the fact that at the same time of this cost of living crisis, you have nearly 10 million illegal immigrants coming over the border, which is putting huge pressure on public services. Was it they just bet the bank on the wrong issue? That actually, yeah, it's important, but not as important as I kept saying. I think it's the economy, and immigration. They're the 2 reasons that Trump is so popular.
I think that I and others overlearned the lesson from 2022, because in 2022, I was saying, oh, look at the economic numbers. Voters are saying economy, inflation, these are their #1 issues. The economic numbers, by the way, were far worse at that point. And I said, it's a wrap. Like, it's going to be a massive red wave. And then that red wave didn't materialize. So I took from that this issue, which had really been a game changer in terms of the American public in a way that, frankly, I did not anticipate before. But I think part of what is different in 2024 is, #1, it's, much larger general election electorate. So that's a big change. And #2, as much as I think there are failures on the Democratic part, I also think we can't deny that Trump is this uniquely charismatic performer. And people love the show. So he outperformed every Republican on the ticket, which is also a rebuke to, a lot of Republicans who thought that they had to get rid of him because of all of his baggage. I actually think he's the most, likely to win of the Republican set. I think Ron DeSantis would have been in much more difficult terrain. So every single Republican Senate candidate underperforms him, save for, I believe, 1. So I think that's part of why. But, look, the country overwhelmingly says that we're on the wrong track. They're very dissatisfied with the economy. Joe Biden's approval rating is very low. Those are very favorable conditions for a challenger to come in and win. And so when voters say at the end of the day, economy and inflation, those are my #1 issues, I believe them when they say that.
Okay, Vinny, what do you want to see Trump do in his second term? I totally agree with what Dan said, that he'll be much more conscious of his legacy because he hasn't got to win another election. So he's got a second chance that maybe even Trump, if he's honest, thought at the start of 2022 he might not have got. I thought he was dead and buried politically. I think most people did. So the fact he's won again so emphatically is extraordinary, but it gives him an extraordinary opportunity to correct the legacy that he left with last time. What do you want to see him do, and how important is it to unify America? It's so bitter. It's so divisive, American political discourse now. Would you like to see him bring people into the tent? For example, putting some people perhaps in his cabinet from the other side, bringing people in, being a genuine unifier.
Yeah, and Piers, I mean, he was already doing it. If you watch,
it's hard. Honestly, I feel like Trump is too much of a unifier. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I'm curious, but I'm not like part of the whole big tent conservatism. Like, I think we should have standards and values, and like, I don't know, I don't want to get into it because YouTube, I can't really say too much, but just so you guys know, I am talking with my husband about possibly doing a monthly like subscription where whoever subscribes, it's like obviously for a fee. We would do like an hour-long weekly Zoom call, like just me and whoever is part of the group. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, because there I could actually say what I really want to say, but I can't say here on YouTube. Let's get back to it.
Watch the campaign trail. He not only had Jewish Americans backing him, in Detroit, he had Muslims going on stage and saying that he has the Muslim vote again. And I do think, Piers, I mean, and just going back, Piers, the Democrats had 4 years, Piers, 4 years to prove everybody wrong and say, look at how bad Trump was. Look at what we've done. They did absolutely nothing. They got exposed and they did shit. Sorry for my language, Piers, but this is what I want them to do besides being a unifier, because I wrote some of these things down. We need election reform. Number one, Piers.
So true, so true. And I think we did see some good election reform, at least with this last election. So that's cool. That's cool. I was afraid that it would be stolen again, potentially. I don't know if it was stolen in 2020. You can't really say that, but you know what I mean.
The fact that California, Gavin Newsom, has made it illegal to even show your ID to vote speaks volumes on what these people want. Flying illegals to all these swing states is unbelievable. And all these battleground states, that's cheating. He has to do that, number one, too. I want him to get all the Epstein's list, and this is not unifying, but this needs retribution. We need exposure to all these people. Epstein's list and holding all these people accountable for what they did. January 6th, we need a full investigation. I know, like, excuse me. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, listen. Get rid of that bullshit.
Best friend for 10 years. Okay. I'm sure that list is really forthcoming.
Yeah. By the way, okay, yeah. Switch everything on Donald Trump. Not Bill Clinton or any of your go-to Democrats. But anyway, let me finish.
I called them
January 6th.
Donald Trump was his best friend for 10 years, so conveniently ignore that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they were best friends. Yeah. The January 6th investigation, the pipe bomb investigation, Piers, I think he needs to pardon all the people that didn't do anything wrong, that were just standing there. They got freaking 20 years in prison. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it was an insurrection. No guns, no nothing. Nobody got killed. The only person that got killed.
The trouble, Vinny, Vinny, the trouble is,
I think it's so funny though.
Well, hang on. I tell you what.
It starts with like, oh, we're going to be unified, and then it's like, here's who I want retribution.
Well, that's the point I was going to make, Vinny.
Because she wants us to forget.
No, but it's
because you want us to forget. You want us to forget. No. It's classic because you, guess what? You got to go on accountability. You don't want accountability. No. Let me finish. You don't want accountability. And that's what you Democrats do. Yeah,
hold on,
accountability for all the
bullshit.
This
doesn't sound very unifying now. Let me just hang on.
Aren't you guys loving the unity? Because unity is so achievable right now, huh? Right.
Hang on, please. Hang on, just time out, please. I want time out. I want to bring in Frank Luntz, who's obviously one of America's top pollsters. Frank, we've talked a lot in this.
We're gonna bring in Frank Luntz, who like honestly sucks. Yeah, let me cut that off right now before we have to hear this guy who didn't he bunk beds with Lindsey Graham? So weird. Vinny, always so amazing. Hopefully one day I can like interview Vinny for this channel. That would be so cool because we love Vinny here. Comment orange heart if you're still watching for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.